It was a video no one expected, and once it dropped, the internet couldn't look away. Chyna, the oldest sister of Chrisean Rock, went live shaking, crying, and raging on her front porch at 2 a.m. and what she said. It shocked the entire industry. She wasn't calling out the blogs. She wasn't coming for clout. She was calling out her own blood. "Chrisean, my son's in pain," Chyna sobbed. "And you, his aunt, are out here partying, showing off diamonds, flying private, while we're out here begging for help." Her words hit like a freight train. And the worst part? She claimed this wasn't the first time. She said there were texts, voice messages, proof that Chrisean knew her nephew was suffering. And allegedly, did nothing. The fans were divided. The blogs were eating it up. But deep down, everyone was asking the same question. What's really going on behind closed doors in the Rock family? And what dark secrets are about to come pouring out next? Because if what Chyna said is true, this isn't just a family feud. This is a betrayal the internet will never forget. To understand the storm that just ripped through the Rock family, you have to go back, way back to where it all started. Before the fame, before the cameras, before the chaos, the Rock sisters. Chyna, Chrisean, and the rest of the crew grew up in one of Baltimore's roughest neighborhoods. A family raised on struggle, survival, and silence. While the world knows Chrisean for her viral fights, diamond teeth, and roller coaster romance with Blueface Chyna. She's always been the one in the shadows, the one who took care of the family while Chrisean chased the lights. But now, Chyna's stepping out of the shadows, and she's not holding anything back. Chyna has kept quiet for years. Even when family drama leaked, even when she was being tagged in shady posts, even when fans accused her of riding Chrisean's coattails. But, according to Chyna's now viral live session, the silence was killing her. "Y'all always say, I'm bitter, clout chasing. Nah, I'm hurting. My son is hurting. And the person who could help him, the one with the money, the platform, the resources, she ain't picking up the phone. She's posting IG stories from her penthouse while I'm in the ER with my baby." She's referring to her 9-year-old son, Manny, whose health has reportedly taken a sharp decline in recent months. While details are vague, Chyna hinted that Manny has a serious neurological condition requiring treatment they simply can't afford. He needs a specialist, real therapy. And what do I get? A text saying, "I'm busy, sis. I'll hit you later." The family divide this. Isn't the first time whispers of tension between Chrisean and her siblings surfaced online? In fact, if you look closely, you'll find a pattern, a now-deleted 2023 Facebook post from Chyna read, "Funny how some people get rich and forget who helped raise them." At the time, fans brushed it off. Just another vague status. Another sibling bitter that their sister made it big. But now, it's resurfacing, and it's hitting very different. Because Chyna claims she's been reaching out for months. Allegedly contacted Chrisean's management, her assistant, even Blueface himself. And the response is, "They left me on read." Worse, Chyna says Chrisean even blocked her on Instagram earlier this year after Chyna posted a story saying, "Don't call yourself real if you can't even show up for your own family." The silence that speaks loud, one of the most heartbreaking parts of Chyna's life. She played a voice message she allegedly sent to Chrisean 2 weeks ago, tearfully begging for help after her son suffered a seizure. Her voice cracked. "You could hear the fear, the desperation, sis. Please. I don't have nowhere else to turn. I don't want to put this out there, but you know what we grew up in? You know what it's like. Don't make me say something I can't take back." She never got a reply. And now, Chyna's done being quiet. "I held it in for too long. I protected her name while my son got worse." But this ain't about likes or going viral. It's about survival. A family built on pain. Chyna also made another chilling claim. She says the family was never as close as the cameras made it look. Y'all saw birthday parties, baby showers, viral moments, but behind the scenes, we were barely speaking. Her whole circle changed. The only time she called me was when she needed someone to fight her battles or defend her in the comments. Fans immediately went digging, and what they found only added fuel to the fire. There were only 2 photos of Chyna on Chrisean's page in the past year. No birthday shoutouts, no mentions, no tags. One Twitter user posted, "Crazy how Chrisean shows more love to strangers than her own blood." And that's when the leak dropped. A text conversation between Chrisean and someone saved in her phone as allegedly Chyna began circulating. In it, Chyna says, "He's in the hospital again. Please, I'm not asking for $1 million, just something to help with the next appointment." Chrisean's alleged response, "I got a lot going on, RN. Hope he feels better though, FR." Whether the texts are real or not, they've already done damage, and now the Rock family drama isn't just trending, it's tearing a family apart. In front of millions, the internet was still processing Chyna's emotional live when a second video dropped. And this one hit even harder. Posted by a burner account called @Truth About the Rocks. The video showed Chyna standing outside Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital, holding back tears as her son Manny was wheeled in behind her on a stretcher. "We're back again," she says, trembling. Same hospital, same pain, and still no help from the one person who could change everything. The caption, @Chrisean, you still ignoring this? That post went viral in under 15 minutes. Millions watched, rewatched, and began asking the question no one had dared speak publicly. Why isn't Chrisean Rock helping her own nephew? Screenshots start leaking. Then came the leaks. A supposed group chat between Chyna and several unnamed siblings was posted to a fan page. In it, Chyna vents, "I can't keep covering for her. She acts like she's got 1,000,000 problems, but the only real problem is her pride. She said on the phone last month, 'I didn't ask to be a role model or a savior.' Imagine saying that while my son is suffering." Another sibling allegedly responds, "She forgot where we come from. You always held her down. Now she's too big to lift a finger." The messages may be fake. They may be altered, but the internet didn't care. Screenshots were enough. Perception had turned into punishment. Chrisean's response, a disaster at first. Chrisean stayed silent. Then, in a move that only made things worse, she posted an Instagram story of her partying with friends, dancing in a luxury suite, with the caption, "God got me. Not stressing, no noise." That single post triggered a wave of backlash like she'd never seen before. Fans flooded her comments with, "So you're unbothered while your nephew's in the ER? This is how you treat your family. Money changed you, FR." Even fellow influencers started unfollowing her. Several promo partners pulled their reposts. And then came the final blow. The first twist, a secret recording in a shocking twist. A leaked audio file surfaced allegedly from a FaceTime argument between Chrisean and Chyna, recorded without consent. In the 42-second clip, a voice believed to be Chrisean's says, "I'm not a doctor, I'm not a charity. You want me to drop everything every time you call? I didn't put him in that situation. That's your kid." Chyna's voice responds, cracking, "He's your blood." Chrisean fires back, "I ain't asked for that title. I got my own son to worry about now." The audio was devastating. It painted a picture of resentment, exhaustion, brutal detachment, not the sisterly support people thought existed. One user on Twitter posted, "This isn't just cold. This is straight up heartless. She acting like being an aunt is optional." Another posted, "This is why money and fame can't fix character. Fix character." The fallout begins suddenly. Chrisean's entire image from being a real one who rose from the trenches to the unfiltered, authentic underdog began to collapse. She was now being painted as a deadbeat sister, a self-centered celebrity, woman who turned her back on the child who once called her Auntie Rock, one of Chyna's older Facebook posts, dated years ago, started circulating again. It featured a picture of Manny holding a baby Chrisean with the caption, "Family always comes first. Always." The irony wasn't lost on anyone. Even Blueface speaks out in an unexpected move. Blueface himself, Chrisean's on again off again. X posted a cryptic tweet. "Y'all surprised? She treat everybody like that?" That tweet got over to 5 OK likes in under 30 minutes. Whether he meant it as a shot at Chrisean or as part of his never-ending drama parade, didn't matter. The fans took it as confirmation. Confirmation that this wasn't new. Confirmation that Chrisean had a habit of burning bridges. Even her own. Fans started digging deeper. Online detectives began compiling receipts, photos, and interactions between Chrisean and her family from the past 2 years. The results: no hospital visits documented, no recent photos with Chyna or Manny, no acknowledgement of Chyna's birthday, zero financial support tags, GoFundMe shares, or RTs from Chrisean's accounts. Then someone found a comment Chyna allegedly left under a throwback. "Photo, you smile for the cameras, but you ain't picked up the phone once." The internet was stunned because the cracks in Chrisean's Reel 1 image were now wide open. And Chyna, she wasn't backing down in a follow-up live. She ended with one chilling line: "If you think this is over, you're wrong. I haven't even shown the messages yet." And just like that, this family drama turned into a full-blown public unraveling just when the situation couldn't get any messier. Chyna dropped the bomb. She went live again, but this time it wasn't from the hospital or her porch. It was from inside her living room with her phone pointed at the screen of an old cracked iPad, and on that screen, messages, receipts, voicemails. Y'all want proof? Here it is. And if I go silent after this, just know I said what needed to be said. What followed was a devastating expose, and the internet watched in absolute disbelief. The messages that changed everything in one of the screenshots. Chyna texts Chrisean, "Can you help cover the cost of the seizure meds? I'll pay you back when I get my check. Please." He's in pain. Chrisean allegedly replies, "Why you always hitting me up when you need something? I got my own problems." Another screenshot showed a longer exchange, where Chyna tries to update her sister on her son's worsening condition. "He's crying all night. He's scared. I don't know how to help him anymore. I'm breaking Chrisean." And the reply: "That's not my responsibility. Y'all act like I owe you for being family?" Fans were shocked. Even supporters who had previously defended Chrisean began to turn. Comments flooded social media. "She really told her own sister that's not her problem." Chrisean got more diamonds in her mouth than dollars sent to her nephew. Just went from family drama to emotional neglect. The Demiz Go public hit didn't stop there. Chyna also played voicemails, supposedly left by Chrisean's manager and assistant. One of them said, "We'll let her know, but she's on tour. She doesn't have time for this right now." Another voice message, allegedly from Chrisean herself, was short and cold. "I'm done playing therapist to grown folks. I got a kid. I got a life. Figure it out." The word therapist trended for hours because fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. Chyna, nearly in tears, responded live, "I wasn't asking for therapy. I was asking for humanity." Chrisean's clapback backfires as the internet turned on her. Chrisean attempted damage control, and it only made things worse. She posted a now-deleted story. "Y'all don't know the whole story. She the same one who ain't even call? When I was in labor, don't come at me like I'm the villain." But what happened next? Pure internet meltdown. Fans responded immediately. So it's tit for tat when a kid's life is on the line. That's your nephew, not your enemy. You're not the victim in this one, sis. And then came the video. The video that broke the internet. One TikTok user, who claimed to be a neighbor of Chyna's, posted a heartbreaking video of Manny being carried into the house after another hospital visit. He's visibly weak, clinging to his mother. The neighbor says off camera, "That boy's been in and out the ER for months." and they doing all this drama online instead of helping him. The video had 7.2 million views in under 8 hours. Hashtags like #HelpManny, #ChrisEan, Do Better #CHYNA was right trended in the US for 2 straight days. Celebrities speak out tanned. Then the industry stepped in summer. Walker posted a story saying, "Family don't mean nothing if they choose strangers over you. I feel for Chyna. That's pain." JT from City Girls tweeted, "Y'all be so quick to cut people off, but don't cut the check when it matters." Even Nicki Minaj, known for keeping her distance from drama, liked a tweet that read, "Chrisean really out here doing reality TV, while her sister lives a real-life nightmare." The damage to Chrisean's image was now full scale. The Blueface factor and just when it couldn't get worse. It did. Blueface, ever the instigator, posted a screenshot from a text Chrisean allegedly sent him 2 weeks ago. "I wish Chyna would stop dragging me like I owe her. I ain't saving nobody but myself." He captioned it. Told y'all. The comments under that post? Unforgiving. So you both let that little boy suffer. You had time to argue with Blueface, but not help your nephew. Y'all are monsters. With money. The last straw. Chyna's public GoFundMe that night. Chyna posted the final blow, a GoFundMe page with the title, "Help Save My Son, Since My Own Sister Won't." In the description, she wrote, "I never wanted it to come to this, but pride don't pay for prescriptions. If you ever believed in what Chrisean claimed to represent, help me prove that real ones still exist." In less than 3 hours, the fundraiser hit $60,000. Donations poured in, verified accounts, anonymous celebrities, even fellow influencers reposted it, and fans began tagging Chrisean on every platform. "Since you won't help, we will." The countdown begins. Then came the tweet from Chyna's account. "You've got 72 hours, Chrisean. Do the right thing, or I post the full conversation. Okay? And trust me, that's when the real storm begins." The tweet ended with a clock emoji and the word "documented." The Rock family's reputation, once seen as a messy but lovable spectacle of internet culture, now on the brink of collapse. Because the deeper this story gets, the more dangerous the truth becomes. It was no longer just a family issue. It was now a cultural flashpoint. And the internet was on fire. Social media meltdown within hours of Chyna's GoFundMe going viral. The internet turned into a digital battlefield. TikTokers launched full-blown series titled "The Fall of Chrisean Rock." Everything Chyna exposed receipts. Chrisean can't run from hashtag trends were stacked and vicious. Hashtag justice for Manny. Do Better Chrisean. Family over fame. Anti-fail. Millions of fans poured into Chrisean's comment sections, hijacking her posts with brutal reactions. "You flex diamonds, but your nephew can't get meds. No more real one energy. You just got exposed. It's not Blueface's baby mama. She's a public disgrace." One user posted a stitched video comparing the designer shoes Chrisean flexed in her story to the exact cost of Manny's seizure medication, $1,700. That's what she spent on Balenciagas, and said she can't help her sister. That video got 4.8 million views and counting. Media coverage goes wild. Story hit the blogs like a wrecking ball. The Shade Room ran 3 separate updates on the feud, including a headline that read, "Chrisean under fire. Sister claims she refused to help sick nephew. Fans call for accountability." Hollywood Unlocked did a side-by-side post of Manny in the hospital next to Chrisean, twerking at a rooftop pool party. The caption, "Two realities, same bloodline. What would you do?" Even Rolling Stone's culture editor tweeted this, "Isn't just viral drama. This is about responsibility, image, and the lies we let influencers sell." Industry voices join in. Big names from music, reality TV, and the parenting world couldn't stay silent. Young Miami City girls, you can cut people off, but you don't cut off a child in need. Kick Palmer family pain is real. Clout can't cover that. Jess, hilarious. I grew up in Baltimore too. We ain't raised to abandon the babies. Nah, I'm sick watching this. Meanwhile, Tokyo Tony, Black Chyna's mom, never won. To hold back went live screaming, "How the hell you got a reality show and no reality? That little boy is your blood." That clip alone went ultra viral. Support for Chyna grows massively. Why Chyna's GoFundMe crossed $200,000 within 36 hours. Celebrities like Rico Nasty, Scoot Johanna, and B. Simone reposted it, encouraging their followers to help. One comment on the donation page summed it all up. "We shouldn't have to fix what your millionaire sister won't, but we will." Meanwhile, a viral change.org petition started circulating. Remove Chrisean from reality TV until she addresses family neglect. Over 45,000 signatures in less than a day. The fans turned the most painful shift. Her own fans turned on her. Fan pages deactivated. Merch sales plummeted. Reddit threads titled, "I used to stan Chrisean. Here's why I can't anymore" dominated the platform. On Twitter, one user posted a timeline of every instance Chrisean had failed to support family, from ignored birthdays to a cousin's funeral she skipped. She always talked about loyalty. But the receipts don't lie. Another comment read, "It's always real ones till it costs you something." Brand fallout begins within 48 hours. A major lash brand suspended their deal with Chrisean, a fashion line she was collaborating with, removed her photos from their website. Multiple reality producers reportedly put her storyline on pause, citing brand risk. Even her upcoming interview with The Breakfast Club was suddenly rescheduled. Behind closed doors, execs were reportedly nervous. This isn't fun, messy anymore. It's too dark, too real. The silence from Chrisean grows louder. What did Chrisean do during all this? Nothing, no apology, no clarification, no donation. She simply went dark. Fans speculated she was in hiding. Some said her team advised her to wait it out. Others feared she was spiraling emotionally again. But Chyna wasn't waiting. She ended her latest Instagram post with, "She can stay quiet. I keep screaming until my son gets what he needs." Attached was a heartbreaking photo of Manny in bed, clutching a stuffed animal, an IV in his arm. And now, the internet's watching one of the most viral stars of the decade get canceled by her own blood, and no one knows how far this will go. Just when it felt like everything had already unraveled, when fans thought they'd seen the worst, Chyna pulled the pin on the grenade. She posted a chilling caption across her Instagram story. "You wanted silence. I gave you warning. Now let's show them who you really are." Then came the video, a 3-minute clip, recorded months ago. Private, personal, undeniable. The video that changed everything in the footage. Chrisean is sitting on her couch holding a wine glass, speaking to someone off camera. She's visibly agitated, waving her hands. They, always begging, always calling, made it out. "That's my story. I ain't here to save them," she continues, now sounding more bitter than defensive. "Chyna acts like I owe her everything because she used to babysit me. Please, that boy's her kid. Why I gotta fix what she created?" The off-camera voice replies, "But that's your nephew." Sean responds, "And he ain't my responsibility. I got my own baby. My own mess." The tone, the words. It wasn't just dismissive, it was ice cold. That clip alone spread like wildfire. People weren't just disappointed anymore. They were furious. The internet erupted the reaction. Instant and volcanic. TikTok was flooded with stitches. "This ain't a personality flaw. This is a complete lack of soul." She said, "He ain't my responsibility, like that boy ain't family." She's not just selfish, she's dangerous. The term public narcissist trended across Twitter for 6 straight hours. Even blogs that used to defend Chrisean switched sides overnight. The headline from a major pop culture outlet read, "From viral darling to canceled in real time. The Chrisean rock breakdown Chyna posts the final thread as. The clip reached over 10 million views. Chyna posted her final move. If you think that was bad, wait until you hear what she said about our mother. One screenshot shows a preview of a voice memo titled July_21_mom conversation.wav. But she didn't upload it. Instead, she ended the story with a single line. 48 hours. That's all she has. Public demand grows. Meanwhile, fans, influencers, and even blue-check celebrities flooded Chrisean's accounts. Apologize publicly. Make it right or go away. This isn't PR. This is your family.